Masilindele umoya edlulayo egqithe ba. Molweni, sanibonani, Tumela, Abushini. Hello everybody. Welcome back to African Xhosa ASMR. So in today's video, I wanted to drop. Shh, there's a car coming. So in today's video, I wanted to drop some knowledge with a twist, being seated outside, being outdoors on this hot sunny day under the shade of the sun. So I was wondering to myself, what kind of knowledge can I drop? Well, today's video is going to be another Zulu lesson video. So I will be teaching you guys the meaning behind the isiZulu. No, that's the language. I will be teaching you the meaning behind the traditional attire and beadwork of the AmaZulu. So just sit down, relax, and hopefully you will learn a thing or two behind the meaning of Zulu traditional attires and beadwork. So without further ado, let's get started. Maskaule siwahuq singene emxholweni. Hopefully you guys, the sound is good and everything is perfect. I'm just trying something new, and every now and then I like being playful with any and everything it is that I do. So I felt like being playful today in terms of filming. I've always being formal, just sitting somewhere or standing somewhere. So let's do something chilled today. Just let me know how you guys find it. Do you want more outdoors, or you're like, girl, be in a controlled environment? Just today, we're just experimenting, being playful. We're trying something new. So now, for a bit of background behind the Zulu traditional wear, and so on and so forth. Let's start with a bit of introduction. Today's title is The Cultural Significance of Zulu Traditional Attire and Adornments, exploring the rich heritage and symbolism of Zulu clothing and accessories. Zulu traditional attire is a vivid reflection of the Zulu people identity, and it serves as a visual expression of their cultural pride. Every single garment and accessory worn by the Zulu men and women carries a story, conveying their heritage, status, and belonging within their communities. So it carries it firstly carries their stories. Secondly, it carries their heritage. It carries their status in society. Their stories, their heritage, and status within the society. So, the traditional attire consists of a variety of elements, including distinctive garments, vibrant colors, intricate beadwork, and headwear that holds profound symbolism. So, now, in terms of, let's wait for people to pass. Not sure if you guys are hearing footsteps or something. Let's wait. Okay. Now, let's talk about garments that speak of tradition. The foundation of Zulu traditional attire for women is Isithembu, which is a wraparound skirt made from a vibrant fabric known as shweshwe. Shweshwe, we have Isithembu. It's made out of shweshwe fabric. Isithembu is adorned with bold patterns and colors, representing different clans and family lineages. The women also wear traditional tops called isichwaya. Isichwaya. Isichwaya is often decorated with beadwork and embroidery, further enhancing its cultural significance. That is just the basic foundation of Zulu women. Now, let's talk about the different age groups when it comes to women. Well, if you are a Zulu woman, Zulu women in different stages of their life wear different attires. The older you get, and as they get married, they are more and more likely to cover their bodies. So, starting with young girls or single women. An unmarried girl, often referred to as intombi, an unmarried woman or a girl, wears only a short skirt made of grass or beaded cotton strings. So, if you are intombi, you wear a very short skirt that is made from grass or beaded cotton strings. Intombi wears nothing on their top, regardless of the size, the weight, and how large or small your bosom area is. Zulus do not contribute any sexual meaning to the naked breast, but rather to back of their upper thighs. She then spruces herself with beadwork as they keep their hair short. So basically, we in most African countries, but in this video I'm most likely to talk about South Africa because I am South African. So in South Africa, you're most likely to find people in cultures like the Xhosa culture, the isiZulu culture, the women don't cover their chest area if they are unmarried. That is not associated with any sexual connotation or anything like that. It simply means that you are not married, you are intombi. For example, in some of the Western cultures, they mostly cover their chest area, and that's the most important part that they're most likely to cover. But if you come to a place like South Africa, for example, and then you walk into somebody, they're not most likely going to cover their chest. They're most likely going to cover their private part down there, because that's the most important part that should be covered at all costs. We don't pay much attention to the chest area, but down there, then that's where you should cover yourself. And as we got more westernized, if I may put it that way, that's when we started to cover up as well. But when we still do have our cultural ceremonies, we don't cover ourselves up. But you're not gonna walk into the street and find somebody not covered up in their chest area. But if we are having a cultural ceremony, then we are going to embrace that part of our culture, which is going bare-chested, if it makes any sense. And then, as you get older, you start now to get engaged as a woman. Now, we are going to be talking about engaged women. What do they wear? Engaged Zulu women. When a young woman has been chosen or engaged, she lets her hair grow and covers her breasts with decorative cloth as a sign of respect to her future family. It also indicates to the community that she is now spoken for. So once you get engaged, that's when you begin to cover your chest area to indicate that you're now married. Usually in the West, you would wear an engagement ring to show that, or to symbolize that you're now engaged or married. But in our culture, once you start covering your chest area, it symbolizes that you're now engaged or you're married. Now, let me just show you guys a picture of a couple of people who are engaged and what they dress like in the Zulu culture. I hope you see them right about now. Once you get engaged, obviously you're gonna get married, and after getting married and becoming a married woman, you should dress differently to how you were dressing when you were engaged and whilst you were intombi. So, what do you wear? Once you get married, married women cover their bodies completely, which signals that she is off limits. She wears heavy knee-length cowhide skirt. Basically, when you are unmarried, you wear short skirt that basically cover your vajayjay. And now, once you're married, you do not wear anything that is above your knee. Everything that you wear should go below your knee. So to symbolize that you are off limits. She wears a heavy knee-length cowhide skirt. The hide is treated until it is relatively soft. Then the leather is cut off into long strips and sewn together. Over the skirt, a cloth that is decorated with predominantly red, white, and black is worn or draped over. Beads are also worn over this. Married women also cover their breasts with either material or skin. Although nowadays they tend to wear vests and beaded bras. I think I should kind of show you a couple of pictures of married Zulu women. There you go. Niyazibona, niyababona na, niyababona na, niyababona na. Okay, now once you were intombi, and then you got engaged, and then you got married, and most people, once they get married, they start having babies. Once you get or you fall pregnant, you once again dress differently. In the West, they usually say you wear maternity clothes or something like that. There are maternity clothes in the Zulu culture that are to support the lady's belly once she falls pregnant. So, probably wondering, what are those and what do they do exactly? Don't worry, I got you, girl, or boy, or they, them. So, when a woman is pregnant, she wears a isibamba. Isibamba. She wears isibamba. Isibamba is a thick belt that is made from dried grass. It is covered with grass or plastic beadwork to support the swelling stomach and its additional weight. This is a picture of isibamba and a picture of a pregnant lady wearing isibamba, if I may put it that way. Naibona ngane zakithi. Niyasibona isibamba ngane zakithi. Masithembe niyakuthi niyasibona isibamba ngane zakithi. Now, let's move on to Zulu men. For Zulu men, traditional attire comprises a garment known as ibheshu, ibheshu, ibheshu. That's the traditional attire for Zulu men. Ibheshu is worn around the waist. Ibheshu is made from animal hides and is intricately decorated with beadwork, showing the artistry and craftsmanship of the Zulu culture. Additionally, men often wear sleeveless tops called ibheshu samabheshu. Ibheshu samabheshu, which is adorned with beadwork patterns that symbolize their social status and achievements. Okay, do you guys want to see just a couple of pictures of Zulu men? There you go. Now, I think we should explain more about ibheshu and then just the traditional attire, as well as I did with the different stages within women. The traditional dress for men consists of animal skin and feathers as well. The kind of skins indicates the status of the person wearing them. The tuft of a cow's tail, which is called amashoba. 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 Amashoba are worn on the upper arm and below the knee to make a person appear broader than he really is. That is amashoba. And then after amashoba, we have ibheshu. Ibheshu that I spoke about. Ibheshu is worn by men to cover their buttocks, and it is called ibheshu. It is made from calf skin, so it is soft. Shh. I think I should sit this side. Should I continue sitting where I was sitting? So, it is made from calf skin. It is soft and easily processed. It comes in two different lengths. A young man wears one that is knee length, as it is more practical for fighting, for hunting, and for dancing. And then once you get older, now that you're an older man and you're married and all, then you start to wear the one that reaches their ankles, as they do not readily partake in those activities anymore. So that's basically it. Now let's talk about the accessories that are worn by Zulu men and women. You guys have seen me in my videos wearing beadwork, right? Beadwork holds a special place in the Zulu culture, and it is an integral part in their traditional attire. Beads are woven into garments, accessories, and even hairstyles. This is a typical example of a garment made from beads in the Zulu culture. And this is a typical example of accessories. And lastly, we have a typical example of a hairstyle. Excellent. Now, these add a splash of vibrant colors. These add a splash of color into these garments, accessories, and hairstyles to make them, pizzazzed up. So that's basically it. And then each bead carries a meaning and symbolism, representing aspects such as fertility, marital status, and spiritual beliefs. The beaded necklaces are known as Iziku. Iziku. Iziku is the beaded necklace. Iziku. Iziku are worn by both men and women. These necklaces vary in length, design, and color, and serve a form of personal expression and identification within the Zulu community. We also have beaded bracelets. You guys have seen me wearing my bracelet. Sometimes I even use my bracelet as a neck piece because it just expands. So probably see me wearing a beaded choker. Just know that's an arm bracelet basically, but it's from the Xhosa culture, and it's not very easy for most people to differentiate between the Zulu and the Xhosa culture because of the similarities that we have. So we also have the beaded bracelets, like I said, the anklets as well, and belts. Further enhance the beauty of Zulu traditional attire, celebrating the meticulous of craftsmanship and artistic heritage of the Zulu people.
Hello.
Hi, I'm good. How are you? We also have beaded headwear as well. The Zulu headwear is a crowning glory, symbolizing power, status, and cultural heritage. Women often wear an intricately woven headdress called isicholo. Isicholo. Think you guys have seen me wearing isicholo and 1 or 2 videos as well. I just took it from my house. You just take whatever is in front of you, basically. That is a hat that is worn by married women. So yeah, it was not mine. I just took it, whatever. We shared our house, basically. So where was I? I was in Isicholo. Isicholo. Here's a picture of Isicholo. Isicholo is also worn on Black Panther by the gorgeous Angela Bassett. So Isicholo, this is a majestic headdress. It is made from grass and is adorned with bead, feathers, and sometimes decorative elements. Isicholo is worn with pride, signifying a woman's maturity, marital status, and her role within the community. When it comes to man, Zulu men don a variety of headwear, each carrying its own significance. By the way, in the Zulu culture, you mostly cover your head when you're married, if I'm not mistaken. And if you're not a married woman, then you don't cover your head. And you cover your head as a symbol of respect to your in-laws, and it serves to the community to show that you are now married, as I have specified in the beginning of the video that we do not use wedding rings or diamonds as a symbol to show that you're married, or as a, I don't know how to explain it, but I know you know what I mean. You're very clever. So yeah. So Zulu men don a variety of headwear, each carrying its own significance. The most iconic is the isinene. 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 That is I-S-I-N-E-N-E. Isinene, isinene, isinene. Now, what about it? Isinene is a distinctive hat made from animal skin and adorned with feathers. Here is a picture of Isinene. The Isinene is actually reserved for special occasions and is worn by esteemed men or warriors who have demonstrated bravery and leadership. Other headwear such as the izixoxo and izibheke. Here are pictures of the other headwear like izixoxo nezibheke. Nazi ke izixoxo nezibheke. Izixoxo and izibheke are worn during different ceremonial events, symbolizing cultural heritage and social roles. Let's wait for someone to pass who's walking by. Do you guys hear the footsteps? I hope not. Now let's just talk about married men. What do they do, like in terms of wearing head wraps? Well, they also wear leopard skin. Leopard skin is only worn by the royal family. The royal family, which is Izinduna, meaning generals and chiefs. The amount of leopard skin is worn is limited to the status of the human. The more status you have, the more leopard skin, the lesser the status, if you know what I mean. So the king may wear as much leopard skin as he wishes, and the chief may be entitled to wear only a headband. The average man may wear a little leopard skin on their wedding day, but that's just about it. And then nowadays, because of the westernization, not too many people own ibeshu or traditional attire, but rather the westernized version. These pants are called umbulaselo. Umbulaselo are pants that have patches sewn on decoratively. So now they usually wear those pants, which are the pants which have obviously been westernized. Here is a picture of umbulaselo. It is thought that they originated when pants were oh, that's a butterfly. It is thought that they originated when pants were wearing out, and to give them a new lease of life, patches were sewn into them. But it was done in such a way that it seems like they were designed to look like that and were not simply mended old pants. These are usually worn with waistcoats decorated in the same manner, or sometimes they are worn with a vest. Here is a typical Zulu man wearing a westernized version of the Zulu attire. Niyababona betnan. Niyababona. Now, married women also wear hats called isicholo. Now, I have also spoken about izikolo, which are worn by married women. Well, the size and the shape of the hat or izikolo differs from clan to clan, but the largest and the largest are found in the Hart Valley of the Tugela River. Tugela ninxole betnana ngeke ndiyaqala mina lo mfula zandava ngawo kuthethwa ngawo ngaphambili ninixelele uba ndibize kakubi betnana ninixolele kwasemampontweni mna ndilazi yonke le nto. And then here they measure up to a meter in diameter as protection from the sun. They were traditionally sewn into the hair. Exactly. Yes, they were basically sewn into your head. And I actually remember that because people would have to sleep. People would have to sleep in them. So basically they would sew it into your head and then you'd have to sleep with it, wake up with it, do everything in it because it's sewed into your head with your hair. But let's read to find out more. Here they measured up to a meter in diameter to protect from the sun. They were traditionally sewn into the hair. The bride's hair would be straightened, herbs would be applied, and then the head would be sewn into the hair so that it could no longer be taken off, and over a period of a few months would rot in her head. Her hair would then be washed and the procedure repeated. During her husband's long absences, a woman would not take the head off and pretend to be unmarried. Nowadays, though, hats are generally not sewn into the head and are only worn on special occasions. That's basically what would happen. Back in the day, a husband would just go work somewhere else, like leave where they stay to go work somewhere else, and then they would come back occasionally every now and then to be with their wives. So to avoid the wife from cheating on their husband, they would then sew the hat into your head so that everyone could see that you're taken, because you don't wear wedding rings. Everybody could see that you're taken, and then once it starts to rot in your head, then it would be, cut off from your head, and then you wash your hair, and then you'd put in a new one, and the cycle would continue to repeat itself. I'm not quite sure how long it would last, but it would last for months upon months. And when you're sleeping, you'd have to sleep in this hat. You can imagine how comfortable that would have been, like sleeping in that kind of a hat. But that's how things were. And if you're wondering, but what about the man? Now they're working somewhere else. Well, if they were working somewhere else, they could get another family, get another wife, in what is referred to as Isithembu. So men could marry as many wives as they want. But if you're a wife, you're only supposed to have just your one husband, basically. So the practice of having multiple wives is called Isithembu. But before you get Isithembu, you wouldn't just go about it like anyhow. Once you get a wife and you want to have Isithembu, you'd firstly come to your wife and let her know about it so that she could give her your blessings before you get another wife. So you wouldn't surprise them like, I have another family, surprise. You would have to let them know about it, and then they'll say, okay, I approve. So that's basically it. What else do I want to talk to you guys about? Preserving traditions and embracing modesty. That's exactly what I want to talk to you guys about. How do Zulu people preserve tradition and embrace modesty or modernity. So, despite the passage of time and the influence of modernity, the Zulu people proudly continue to embrace their traditional attire and adornments. Zulu cultural festivals and ceremonies provide a platform for showcasing their garments, ensuring that the traditions are passed down from one generation to the next. Today, Zulu fashion designers are also finding innovative ways to blend traditional elements with contemporary styles, allowing the Zulu people to honor their heritage while adapting to the modern times. Zulu traditional attire and adornments are far more than just garments and accessories. They represent the heart and soul of the Zulu people, embodying their history, identity, and cultural pride. The vibrant colors, intricate beadwork, and majestic headwear tell stories of lineage, social status, and achievements. I hear dogs barking, and it's my time to just close off the video right now. By preserving and celebrating their traditional attire, the Zulu people keep their cultural heritage alive and foster a deeper sense of belonging within their community. The allure and cultural significance of Zulu traditional attire serves as a testament to the timeless beauty and resilience of this remarkable African culture. That is going to be it for today in learning about the different traditional attires and their significance when it comes to the Zulu nation, which is predominantly found in the KwaZulu-Natal province of South Africa, and which happens to be the largest ethnic group in South Africa and the #1 native language spoken in South Africa, out of English, of course, because English is compulsory to every single person in the country. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I will catch you on the next one. Goodbye.
That's